Hello there, you're welcome to the newspaper review here on TAF TV, where we give Nigerians the opportunity to air out their views in regards to the headlines that are making rounds on our newspaper. Let's not forget, Happy New Week to every single one of you out there. My name is Ayo Keme and I'm your host for today. Alright, before we hit to the street, let's first look into the headline and see what the headline has for us this very morning. Now, today being 8th of July 2024, first we're considering the Punch. And on the front page of the Punch, the bold headline here says, fuel scarcity looms as depot rises petrol price to 120 per litre. Quite a sad one for all Nigerians. Details of that is found on page 2. Poverty alleviation. Court orders Buhari's minister to explain 729 billion naira disbursement. Details of that is found on page 8. Budget. Federal government releases 1.2 trillion naira for capital projects. Details of that is found on page 32. And on page 9, still on the Punch, it says, ECOWAS, Senegal, Togo president to war mail Niger Bifecos. Details of that, like I said, is found on page 9. Varsity balls again as federal government ASU meet workers protest on Tuesday. Details of that is found on page 8. Group condemns Anambra's agents for allegedly bolstering nursing mother. Details of that is found on page 5. And on page 31 of the Punch, it says, flooding. Federal government activates state emergency centers. Governors orders vacation. Details of that, like I said, is found on page 31.
Bacteria don't tabaru all your system. That is why you need.
All right, moving on, we're considering the Daily Sun. And on the front page, the bold headline here says, mass protests in universities. You can read that up on page 6. Jonathan Akpabio, Clark governors to attend Niger Delta's Stakeholders Summit. You can read that up on page 27 of the Daily Sun. Fear in Kaduna as gunmen adopt ex-NLC president, journalists and families. You can read that up on page 6. That's quite a sad story here. Forex inflows into NEFAM raises to 1.45 billion naira. That is found on page 21. Fulfill financial obligations to combat terrorism. Tinubu urges ECOWAS members. Details of that is found on page 27. Lastly, on the Daily Sun, we're seeing on page 28, it says, IDRA 1446, NI, JNI, NSGF, helps Muslims on new Islamic year. You can read that up, like I said, on page 28.
You don't say rheumatism and arthritis. People, they look at as common something.
All right, lastly for today, we're considering the nations. And the bold headline here says, ECOWAS re-elects Tinubu, mobilizes for standby force. We must say congratulations yet again to our dearest president. Details of that is found on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. EFCC places Bello on watch list in Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria. Details of that is found on page 4. The Nation blueprint. Reporters, families adopted in Kaduna. Details of that is found on page 37 of the Nation's newspaper. Oko Jumbo led lawmakers to screen another commissioner. Details of that is found on page 8. And still on page 8, it says 4 candidate pilots on APM scholarship graduate in South Africa. Details of that is found, like I said, on page 8. All right, moving on, we're seeing CBN unfolds banking recapitalization target. Details of that is found on page 5. 3,000 fake graduates for prosecution. Quite a sad one. Details of that is found on page 5. And lastly, on the Nation, we are seeing students from own state tertiary institutions now free to apply for loan. says nail phone. Details of that is found on page 6. All right, that's all we have for you in regards to the headlines that are making rounds this very morning. Remember, you also can be part of this show. Do what? Follow us up on all our social media handles so they get updated each time we drop videos like this. Now let's hit to the street and hear the reactions of Nigerians in regards to these headlines this morning. Do well to stay tuned. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
All right. How has it been generally, being a Nigerian?
Being a Nigerian is like it's like a machine.
Okay.
You understand? You don't stop working till maybe the day you lose breath. Yes, just like when a machine is being created for a particular purpose, it does not stop achieving its goals. Yes, unless it got spoiled.
Okay.
Understand?
All right, no problem. Now, quickly, I would like your thoughts, just as a Nigerian that has been working, just like you said. Now, it says fuel scarcity looms as depot rises petrol price to 120 per litre. Now we are back to fuel subsidy again, the hike of fuel price again. What's your take on it?
Well, the issue of price, the issue of fuel scarcity. In as much as we have had before now, we have had issue of fuel scarcity, but not as this now. You understand? Let's say, for instance, during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's time, when he removed fuel subsidy, people complain a lot. You understand? Yes, but not knowing that this fuel subsidy is for the benefit of the masses, but people have been influencing this thing. Instead of going to buy that fuel and come and sell it to the masses at a cheaper price, they collect that fuel subsidy, take it to other countries to go and sell it as black market at a higher price. You understand? Yes. So coming to the current hike in price, things have been very hard. And before now, Dangote complained about yes, hike in price and fuel short of supply. Yes, and he said that the influence is from the foreign exchange. Yes, they have been hiking price and they have been having short of supplies, and that is why fuel is not being able to be disbursed out there. You understand? Fuel is another essential part of our living in this country, whether we like it or not. Any little increment in fuel affects every aspect of our living. Being it you going to market to go and buy whether biscuits or chewing gum, it affects it. You understand? When fuel rose here, we could see that even Gary, very little commodity that we can afford with a little money you have, amount of money you have in your pocket. Gary became very, very expensive, to the point that a rubber pint, small pint of Gary rose to the price of 4,000 plus. You understand? So what I want the government to do for us is, let us try and make the supply available for refineries that are being able to work. You understand? You know, of recently Dangote announced his refineries. You understand? And yes, to start functioning, and it's ready to work. But he having short of supplies because of the influence. And we Nigerians, we beat our chest. We say that it's the home of minerals. We have mineral resources. But why can't we make this crude oil available? Now, refineries that are ready to work.
Quickly, you just reminded us of our early good days, our good old days in this country where we had crude and we did not have refineries. But now we have refineries and we are now crying for crude. We could actually hear some persons advocating some.
I tell you, so many families today don't separate because the man don't be doing work.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you. I would like your thoughts on the punch that says, page 8, it says, poverty alleviation. Court orders Buhari's minister to explain 729 billion disbursement. Now, this is Tinubu's. This is Buhari's minister now she has been called upon to give accounts of the money she was asked to disburse. Now the question is, as a Nigerian, do you think it's okay for the top people on high to always smuggle the money that is meant for the masses? If you say it's okay for a person to carry money where they supposed to give the masses, carry up the embezzle them?
My brother, for this country, I see like this. If not me, it's okay.
Okay. Oh, why?
I'm not gonna lie, they were very, very okay for me because as person where don't tell where you don't find money, you can't see this kind of opportunity. My brother, have to grab them with your full force. Okay. Not gonna allow this kind of opportunity pass you. Me, I'm not gonna agree.
Okay.
No, me.
Now, for this woman case, now you feel say she chopped the money because now they call her since Buhari time on no be this Tinubu. Since Buhari time, if you say this money go still there on ground now, or she save them somewhere.
The money for don't finish, oh.
The money for
the Ingo don't finish by now.
Okay.
The money it don't take time where the money it don't finish.
So at this point now, if we actually they continue to do all these things, we feel say Nigeria will move forward.
My brother, even if na back in Nigeria I won't go, I don't get anything where I want to talk about Nigeria for now. I don't get anything.
Your problem is finished.
I don't get anything where I want to talk about Nigeria for now. If na back Nigeria won't go, make it go. But if na me, this kind of opportunity, you no go fit pass me by, my brother. No, you know.
What's your prayer for this present government? Okay, before we talk about that prayer, now how far this government don't be compared to Buhari's time?
My brother, this one, I don't know what I want to talk about this very government now, because as our president been done talking before, say person when no get and work, making use Gary survive.
Okay.
Since waiting people don't enter this government, I don't drink Gary.
Okay.
My brother Gary, I don't drink Gary well. I don't know what I want to talk. Gary for the now only Gary person for you survive. So my own if anybody when no fee farm, make him for try, find way go take farm, make him get Gary, cause for this Tinubu redeem, now only Gary person go use survive.
So now only Gary they sustain.
Now only Gary will go take survive for this till this government finish.
Okay, what to be your prayer now for Nigeria generally?
My brother, my prayer, I know they pray too much. My prayer now make everybody fit go do farm. Feed farm. Know how you go take do, make go get source of feeding. Cause now only waiting we go take survive for this Nigeria, for this current situation be that. Source of feeding now we define. We need the hustle savings again, no. For country we no savings again. Anything where you hustle. Imagine fuel. Fuel now how much? Fuel is 720. Smart time now you go enter 1,000 naira. For fuel, dollar they rise every day. Everything just since waiting Tinubu enter seat. Now so everything they rise. Everything they rise. My brother, my prayer and I make everybody hustle. Make God bless everybody. Make we get our own thing. We go you survive. If not, we go still drink Gary for this life.
Now God they help us.
Now only God.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we've come to the end of our newspaper review this very morning here on TAF TV. Remember, just like every single Nigerian here on the street, you also can be part of this show. Do well to follow us up on all our social media handles and subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. My name is Ayo Keme and I've been your host for today. Do well to take care of yourself.
1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6